Hello everyone, welcome back to Abstract Medicine. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night for those of you who are going to sleep right now. So, not a problem if you are, absolutely no worries. It could even be afternoon and you're having a siesta, totally fine by me. So I hope you have checked that I have posted the general love reading for all of you. It's quite a long video. It's quite a long reading, but I hope that there's enough information there for you. Obviously, we didn't have enough time or space to read about fortune, about money, but there were a few hints there. So I'm going to be reading for you regards to your fortune, your finances. I think a lot of us need to hear about that right now. So we're going to be using the Biddy Tarot as I'm faffing around. We're also going to be using the Nathan Never deck as well for the clarifiers, and also we're going to be using the Etruschi deck as well. So we're going to be using the Tarocchi Etruschi as well. Okay, so let's just settle our energies and begin. Okay, so I have a few notes actually on astrology as well, so we might look into that too, in terms of planets and their meanings. Okay, so let's just start with the financial reading. Okay, so, right. Dear angels, ancestors, guides, please help me deliver the messages for Abstract Medicine Collective. Clearly and succinctly, for however long this reading needs to go on for, as long as the messages are clear and that it covers all scenarios possible for the Abstract Medicine Collective. Thank you so much. Okay, so we're going to do a similar thing, I've been told. We're going to be doing a Celtic cross spread. So, the first, okay. Well, I'm just going to pick up these cards and I'm going to put them back in the deck. But we have the High Priestess here, which, as you know, came out in the last reading, the general reading in terms of love, and the Four of Swords also came out too. So it's a question of now, it's a question of time for reflection, question of reflecting and following your instincts and your intuition with regards to finances. I'm going to put that back in because I actually really would like to just do one thing and just clear out the energy from previous readings too with this deck. If you would like to donate to the channel, please do so if you feel called. The information is in the description box. You can pay through PayPal, and I'd be most grateful for the energy exchange. I do hope you can hear me well, and that the videos are clear for you in terms of sound as well as messages. One more please, my guys, thank you. Tower, Eight of Wands, and the Lovers is coming out. Okay, so these three cards came out in the general reading too with regards to love. So communications, important choices, a foundation, a home, and also a drastic change. Okay, so I'm going to put this back in and shuffle the messages. Okay, let's just get this out. And we're going to do Celtic cross, as I said, so one more. There's a lot of messages that want to come out today, so grab yourself a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, whiskey, wine, whatever your alcohol is, your drink is, because I feel like it's going to be a long reading, okay? Take notes if you feel like it as well. There's a lot of messages that want to come through, I can just feel it. Right, let's do a Celtic cross. One more. They're saying one more. One sec. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, you ready? It's going to be a long reading. I feel like it's going to be a long reading, so I'm just going to get the camera sorted out so we are good to go. Okay. Alright, present position. 9 of Pentacles, can't make this up. Okay, the 9 of Pentacles was in the previous reading, so right now we are feeling very abundant, financially independent right now at this point. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to get into it, so don't worry. Immediate influence, Hermit. Goal or destiny, Knight of Pentacles. Okay. Distant past, Foundation. 6 of Pentacles. Distant past, Foundation is the 6 of Pentacles. And then here we have the recent past events at the base of the reading. We have the Justice card. Future influence, 3 of Cups, which came out in the present position for the love reading. Future influence. The future influences, that is the 3 of Cups. The questioner, which is yourselves, coming out as Ace of Wands, yeah. Something new, wanting something new. This came out with, in this position, the Fool card in terms of love. So something new and inspiring. Inspired action, possibly. Environmental factors, we have the Page of Wands here. So what's going on around you. The inner emotions, or hopes even. 6 of Swords, moving away from difficult times. Clearer waters, calmer waters even. And then, of course, the final result is the 2 of Cups, partnership. Okay, beautiful. All right, I've got some sand on my desk, no surprise. We are at the beach. Let's just have a look at the bottom of the deck just quickly. The 4 of Swords, no surprise. What's underneath that? 8 of Swords. Okay, feeling conflicted as well. Okay, so, right, let's read this. All right, let me just adjust so you can... Okay, I'm not going to faff around with the camera too much. Okay, so I'm going to do this. I want to just not move the cards too much, but I feel like some of you may want me to hold them up to you. So right now, in the present position, we're feeling financially stable. Right now, okay? Right now we're feeling financially stable. Whether we're worried in the future about finances or not, right now, in this present position, this is independence, okay? This is independence. This also talks about working solo, working on your own. I can just adjust the lighting somehow. I don't think I can. But yeah, there is independence here. There is someone who's worked hard for their money. Someone who's almost at the end of a project, possibly, end of a goal, end of a cycle at a work, a job, a career. So the 9, remember, turns into a 10, as you know. For those of you who know how to count, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 turns into the 10, completions. So we're almost coming at an end of working on our own, possibly. We're almost right now also coming at an end of working solo for some of us too. And this could also be an end of a cycle, maybe even 9 years as well. Pentacles talks about years. So this could be a cycle of years. Now this is your 9th year, and I feel like everything has been working, wonderfully for you. Of course, there may have been some, bumps along the road. That's normal, that's life. But I feel like now we're moving into an energy where we're closing a chapter, we're closing a career cycle, we're closing out a chapter or a situation at a job. Maybe we're thinking about a new start somewhere else with another company, another organisation, a new enterprise. A new situation is coming through, but right now this is the current position, okay? just hammering the message home here. So for those of you who are a little bit impatient, I'm just going to be very pedantic with this channeling and information that I'm delivering, because I feel like that's really important for you to hear that there is an ending coming for you, and right now you're coming across as very financially stable and financially independent. And I do say, and I always say this, is that when you're in the Nine of Pentacles energy, could be Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo. For some of you, you might have that prominent in your chart, where you might have that in one of your astrological houses that involves work. You know, this is the thing that's helping you. This is the star sign, whether it's Taurus, Virgo or Capricorn. For example, I have Capricorn rising, and this is really helpful and beneficial for my work because it helps me be organised. I come across as someone who is proficient and someone who is financially stable. They don't know my finances at the moment or anything like that, but right now I'm coming across like this, and it is, you know, it is true. I've worked 9 years to come to this energy of stability, and I'm saying it from my perspective because I feel like you are too. With the Hermit here, the first major arcana to come out in the immediate influence, so the nature of the influence or the obstacle that may lie just ahead, could be this feeling of slight isolation. You know, the Hermit does talk about isolation. It could be good, bad, or however you want to see it, or ugly. You know, going back into the cave, going into the energy of winter as well, metaphorically speaking, can be quite scary and can be quite ugly as well, because it also allows us to see our shadows too, especially if we're holding a lantern up to see the light, to find the path of truth. Spiritually speaking, it's a very spiritual card. Shadows come up and creep up, so you could be experiencing old patterns that are creeping up on you, and this could be a blockage. So financially speaking, if you're coming with an energy of lack, or you've been healing that for the last 9 to 10 years, almost 9-10 years, there's this feeling that this could be creeping up again, where you're feeling slightly at a loss, or you're feeling slightly isolated, or even feeling you're turning this energy into possibly feeling like you're kind of done with having to do this all on your own and you're wanting some support. That's basically the nuts and bolts of it. So this could be a blockage, but if we look at this card, the Hermit card, for its positive attributes, it actually tells us that we can actually master our mind and master our fears of isolation. We can master this feeling of lack and isolation. We can master the feeling of being alone into something where we're actually feeling more in contact and connected with spirit, and that does take a level of courage. It takes a level of insanity as well, in order to leave the general public. This is what this card talks about, the general public, to really become the true mystic that this card is talking about, to go up towards the mountain, up the mountain, into the cave, and sit there in silence, really meditating, not necessarily with your eyes closed, but in solitude, in silence and quiet. So maybe this is the energy that is needed in order to attract this actual 10 of Pentacles, which is what a lot of us are asking for, because the 9 turns into the 10. So I feel like the obstacle could be a blessing in disguise. Remember, I did speak about that in the general love reading. There could be a blessing in disguise right now in terms of romance and relationships, where you're feeling like, okay, now you're single, but now you're wanting to mingle. And some of you are really wanting to be in a committed relationship, but in order to be in a committed relationship, some of you have to be single and really learn how to be in a relationship with yourself, to nurture your friendships and relationships as well, to really see how you can be in partnership, just generally speaking. And that can take a moment of needing to take courage to be on your own. And for some people, that's very scary. Some people are very codependent and dependent on other people. Financially speaking, I do see that there is a lot of independence for a lot of you in abstract medicine community. And I would say that this obstacle of feeling slightly isolated, I don't feel like it's a bad thing. I just saw 444 on the timer, which does talk about Archangel energies, which are about mastery, Archangel guidance and archangels are helping you to master a specific skill set, I would say spiritually based. If it's not spiritually based, it would surprise me, because the Hermit is all about spirituality. But if it's not so much that, it could be someone comes in as a mentor to help you and guide you. This could be online. Maybe you're asking for guidance or a financial guide, financial teacher, or someone who could come in to help you with some financial guidance, or lessons or tools or skill sets or something like that. And I do feel like it's also, maybe if you can't necessarily find that outside, you're doing that yourself and you're becoming that master in organisation. Virgo energy here, very strong, is all about analysing and crossing the T's and dotting the I's. So this is someone who is, really looking at every single fine detail in terms of what it is that they're focusing on. So this is a finance reading, this is a career reading even, this is an economy reading. And so I would say this is really important, whatever this blockage is where you can't find help outside of yourselves in order to get financial aid or even ask for financial support even. It's a question of asking that from your spirit guides, particularly archangels as well. I feel like Archangel Sandalphon, Archangel Michael and Archangel Metatron are strongly coming through as guides who really want to help you with finding ways, finding ways to perfect your skill sets, but also finding ways to efficiently work, but also for the highest interest and benefit for others as well. So it's not just about a career that's just for you independently, just for me, myself and I. It's about the greater whole, and that is, being of service. Excuse me. Which ends up being a very spiritual act. So this is, I would say, a blessing in disguise that's happening for you. We do have the Star of David here as well. For some of you, you are Jewish as well. So this could be significant for you. I am picking up on very strong Moses energies coming through too. Or Moshe, he's saying Moshe. Coming through as a guide, as a mentor as well. Okay, so that's beautiful. So turn that block, turn that frown upside down is basically the message. And again, this is energy of quiet and slow as well. So just really get organised and have a look and see what it is that you need to perfect, but also clear out and schedule in. I would say it's basically like clearing out the studio, clearing out your office, clearing out as well, unnecessary planning and meetings that aren't really in your highest interest or part of your career path. So maybe really basically what this is saying to me is really prioritize what needs to be done. Okay. Okay, there's another message coming through, but I'm not quite picking it up right now. So now let's have a look at what is going on in terms of your goal or destiny. So your goal or destiny is the ultimate goal or destiny that you're asking about. So we're asking about finances. So the ultimate goal or destiny is Knight of Pentacles energy. The goal or destiny is slow, stable financial abundance and slow, stable financial success. I'm so sorry, excuse me. When you got to sneeze, you got to sneeze. So that's what it says here, goal of destiny, right? So the Knight of Pentacles is something that is reliable. This is also movement coming towards you, that there's always going to be financial abundance coming through, that's stable. I also do see accruance as well. So a lot of you are going to be accruing something that you've invested time and energy in over the last 9 to 10 years. You're going to be getting that back in return here. This is the destiny, and this is meant for you. There is a meditation for financial abundance, which does involve saying that there's a lot of financial abundance out there, and that is my birthright, and I am destined to have that, hold that experience and feel that financial abundance, so that I may be able to look after myself, have a roof over my head, provide for my friends and family, provide for myself, of course, for my business, for my career, for food and shelter, and for the greater good. Yeah, so there is that. I just want to get a card, actually, because there's something that's just reminding me. 1 second. Okay, so I see that with the Knight of Pentacles, your goal and destiny, as I said before, is something that you're wanting. Obviously, you're wanting financial stability for the long term. This also does talk about your goal is, and I would say a word of advice is basically to keep strategizing, keep planning, and keep planning for success. You know, this is someone who plans for success. This is someone who plans for things to go right, not things to go wrong. This is someone who is also has experienced lots of life lessons, and someone who has found their foundation within. They are someone who is self-reliant, and there's someone who is only going to move when the time is right, and they look at the long term as a priority. They don't think about how can I spend money in the present moment and then forget about it in the future. This is someone that thinks long term. This is someone that thinks about investing in houses, someone who thinks about investing their energy with the right people as well, because remember, finance isn't just about energy, you know, in terms of financial currency and being rich or quick rich schemes. This is someone who is not about quick rich schemes at all. This is someone who's also has high integrity and has value. They have value that they can share with the world out there, and they'll only travel to certain places, locations, and be with people who they also feel like their value is reciprocated. So this is someone who has very high honour and respect, I would say. And so the goal is to be in this energy for a lot of you. And that's also your destiny too. Lovely. Now let's have a look at the distant past, your foundations as well. So broad and basic events and influences which exist in the past is the Six of Pentacles. So in your distant past, I do see that there had been a reciprocal energy exchange. Financially speaking, what you put into something, you got out. What you did, you were paid for it in kind. So everything was an equal give and take. The Six of Pentacles does talk about equality, does talk about, you know, just the universal law as well of karma, and the universal law of reciprocation. So, you know, of what you put into something, you get back in return. In terms of friendships as well, in terms of people and spending your energy with people, you are also getting that back too. So I feel like in your past, this was something that was important to you, and this continues to be your goal, is to treat people how you wish to be treated. This is also coming through in the channeling, but also this is that you wish to be paid this as much as you put in. But I would say I have this very strong feeling. It hasn't come out in the cards just yet. I feel like a lot of you are overworking and you're not actually getting financially paid equally. The amount that you put into your projects, your work, your career, your role in the workplace. That's what I feel. But in the cards so far, it looks like in the past you were getting back a financial return that maybe your boss, your peers believed you worthy of. So they put a number over your head, and that was your salary. But I feel like you're wanting more. Okay, I feel like you're wanting more because you're putting more effort into it. And I feel like there is a plan here in your goal, in your destiny position, in your head. This is the head position of the Celtic cross. You're thinking about the long term. Okay, so that's in that position. We'll get some more clarification about that. In your distant past or distant past foundation, we have justice. Okay, no, sorry, that was a distant past foundation. In your recent past, so this is the distant past, you know, it's basically like clocking in, pressing the time of when you arrive at an institution, a place of work. You work there for a certain amount of hours per day, per week. You leave, you do that every day of the week, and you get paid at the end of the month, and you get paid exactly what you work, you know, you do for the hours that you work. That was in the distant past. I don't feel like this was necessarily exciting. I don't feel like this energy in your distant past was anything related to a career that you enjoyed to do. Again, this could have been 6 years ago, many years ago. Maybe, like, for example, like me, I've had to do some temping work once in a while in order to make ends meet, you know. That's just occasionally. That was occasionally. And that was a long time ago now. But I don't feel like it's something that you, like, it was in your major interest to do. It was something that paid the bills, okay? In your recent past, you're getting justice. And I did talk about karma. And can you see how these two cards almost look the same? Like, these two people look the same here. They're looking in the left direction. They're looking in the right direction. And I feel like now, I feel like in your really far distant past, you were looking at, I'm seeing a crossing of timelines here, and I'm seeing a mirroring energy, where you're now in your current position, you're looking way back in your distant past and seeing the jobs that you had to do, maybe cleaning toilets, or working as a waiter or waitress, or working as a receptionist, or working in a temporary job, or working in a job that you had to clock in, clock out, and it wasn't satisfactory for you. You're looking at that past and going, I don't want to ever go back to that. And that's what I'm most scared of, is basically, you know, falling on my backside and feeling like I'm isolated, and I'm feeling like I'm all out on it alone, and I'm working on my own, and I'm a real limb here, and I'm having some serious issues. And I don't want to have to go back to that past. And it looks like there is, it kind of feels like the film Sliding Doors, where it almost feels like the energy of your past self is recognising, or had recognised you. Some of you could be getting deja vu moments at the moment. That in your recent past, your past individual self was looking towards a future where your past self was looking towards a future where you could be more financially stable, where people didn't tell you what to do or what time you had to work and start and stop. And I feel like you're now in this present moment looking way back in the past, not having nostalgia, but going, I don't want to ever have to go back to that. Okay, this may resonate with some of you or not. Okay, and right now in your recent past, you're getting justice. In your recent past, you could be winning even a legal cause, a legal situation where maybe you had to go to, what was the Bureau Exchange, but the like office department of work and finances or whatever, and actually go to get financial justice, and you had to bring in a legal team in terms of that, because some of you may not have actually been getting paid your due and what you were meant to be paid. And a lot of you are winning that financial case. You're winning that case right now, legally speaking. So another very strong major arcana, we have the Hermit and the Justice card. So the Justice card is very strong Libra energy. But regardless, in your recent past, this is something that you may have won. Some of you may have also, because I have to count the fact that we have a Nine of Pentacles and the Justice, some of you may have recently come out of a marriage and have had a divorce, and you're now winning your financial success. You've won the cause, or this could also involve children as well, where you've won custody over children, or basically, I don't feel like it's that. I feel like there is an equality involved. So you're sharing the parenting of your children with your partner. And I feel like in your far distant past, a lot of you had been worried about your finances because of this impending separation and divorce that was going to happen with your partner, and you're worried about the splitting of the financial assets. So in your recent past, I do see that you have been paid equally, and that you are being recognised by the law of justice, by the courts as well, that you are going to be, the things are going to be just right for you as well, and you're going to be happy with that. This doesn't talk about emotions. This doesn't talk about, ecstatic and feelings of ecstasy and energy that's like, yay, I'm so excited about this. It's more the energy of going by the law and having your needs met with regards to the law and things being equal. Okay? For some of you who are not experiencing those situations right now regarding separation, divorce, because that can take a financial toll as well, and hardship. For those of you who are single, I do see that there has been a job or a career where in your distant past you were getting paid for what you were making or creating, because I do know a lot of you are in the creative fields, or doing, and you were getting paid for it, but I still get this very strong sense that you're a little bit, it's almost like a little bit of annoyance energy, that you're still not getting paid exactly how much you believe you should be getting paid. Okay. So right now in the present moment and in the impending blockage, this could be a message for all people, all types of situations, where how can you improve on yourself to make yourself feel and appear and really believe that you deserve much more. And this is a question of organising, clearing your schedule. What is it that you're prioritising? Maybe there's a need to delete some subscriptions as well. Really getting your financial situation in order again, or just having a review is very, very, very important at this time and is highly encouraged. Okay, but in your recent past, I feel like there has been some sort of karma that has been paid back to you. Some of you could be getting paid back from something, a job, a gig, a presentation, I don't know, whatever it could be related to your career that maybe you hadn't been paid for in a long time. And I do see that in your recent past you had been paid for that. Whether it was to your liking or not, it's kind of irrelevant, because with this card it's very sort of to the point. You just get paid what is meant for you, and there's an equal split in that. Okay. Okay. Now let's have a look at the. Let's have a look now at you yourselves, abstract medicine. So you are the questionnaire. You're the querent. So in your present position, your attitude with regard to these circumstances, your perspective right now is the Ace of Wands. Your perspective is, I have a great new idea for something. I have an idea to create something exciting. I have a new idea for a new proposal. I have a new idea for a new project. I have an idea, an excitement for life all over again. Maybe this is involving travel. The energy of very strong potentiality is coming through here, and this is the perspective. I actually forgot to mention the Three of Cups here. The Three of Cups in your future, by the way, in your future is involving socializing. This is giving me the energy, even though it's Cups, it's giving me the energy of Gemini, which is a very social, let's say, card, star sign, but it doesn't have to be. Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for some of you here. But Three of Cups does talk about friendships, socializing, getting yourselves out there. The Three of Cups, as you know, in the love reading came out in the present position, where the energy of high vibration, the energy of being lighthearted, and also pulling pranks on people too, is the energy that is needed in order to lift out, to lift yourselves from burdens and feelings of working for the weekend, you know, or working Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and then having fun the weekend. I feel like your future influence is going to, broadly speaking, involve a lot more socializing, a lot more networking as well, a lot more involvement in terms of friends and possibly family as well. This can involve a lot of alcohol too. For some of you who are in the wine industry, this could also be something where you're needing to meet more people with in relationship to your craft, your skill. Particularly here with the Nine of Pentacles, we have grapes here. So maybe it's not a question of just working on your own. It's also a question of maybe thinking about working on your own and continue to do that. But in your future, there is a future that involves networking and socializing with people in order to not only impress people on your with your product, but also to make friends with people that you're socializing with, who ends up being your friends at work. So you could be meeting people in a social setting. There could be a group or an invitation, I feel, that you'll need to take in your future that will be something quite unexpected, I feel, but a very positive blessing, where you end up making new friends, and then those friends end up being your contacts, and those contacts end up being people that buy your work, buy your product, your produce, your designs, your ideas as well. They end up buying and working with you, and they want to work with you. You can continue to be financially independent, and even in your thoughts, in your ideas, you continue to work for yourself, being self-employed or having a limited company. But in your future involves socializing, I would say. This also talks about, in your recent past, you have been thinking about making something legal and protecting it, legally speaking, especially in the creative field. That is necessary. But also maybe just putting your financial records in order, and having some sort of guidance or mentor or teacher with regard to that in your very near future, which may feel like a blockage, but it is actually going to help you with that. If you can't find the right person, as I said before, to help you with that, this is a question of teaching yourself how to do that. This, for example, is maybe learning how to use Xero, which is a software for accounting, for example. Okay. This is also in your recent future. You're also learning how to pay yourself better in your salary. For those of you who are self-employed, like for me, for example, as an example, I have been giving myself a little bit of a salary, but actually I believe that I need to be paid much more for what I do, because literally everything goes back into the work that I do, the materials, the tools, the travelling and all of this. It's not all fun and games when I travel. It may look like that. It may look like that with the Nine of Pentacles. It may look like this, 2, 3 of Cups, but it's all part of my whole lifestyle brand that I've created as well. So how are you also thinking, maybe in your recent past, using those lessons that you're learning from your recent past, how to pay yourself better too? So anyway, but you as the person here, Abstract Medicine, the questioner, you're really thinking about, you're being inspired by something. You're being inspired by something that is exciting you. That's something that you may want to travel to go and get and do and be. So for example, I'm doing an art residency program. I know I have really good friends of mine who do this too, who are artists as well. Some of them are here on Abstract Medicine as well. And we do art residencies, and that's important for our business, because it's not just about being placed in one place and location. So making sure how that there's a financial expenses card that goes towards those projects as well, and that's also part of socializing too. So the Ace of Wands is giving me very strong Sagittarius energy, travel, philosophy as well. Also the courage, Leo energy, bringing yourself and your skill sets to the forefront, into the light. You being yourself a superstar and putting yourself forward as well with courage, but also allowing your heart and desires shine through your projects as well. So basically putting love into your projects. But here I feel like Something very exciting is happening for you. You're feeling more excited about life. This could also be, for those of you who are in the Northern Hemisphere, this could also just generally be the change of weather as well. You know, it's warmer, it's less of this isolation, this cold and winter energy, and it's more about feelings of warmth too. Here with the Page of Wands, I do see here that we have the environmental factors. So what's around you that could be influencing you. Could be a Page of Wands. There could be someone around you who's younger than you, who has a lot of fire, who has a lot of excitement for life, excitement for this project or idea that you may have as well. They are also excited, possibly. Around you, your sphere of influence could be basically you who are inspiring others as a messenger of inspiration. So you could be a messenger of light, like myself. You know, bringing light and leadership into the world through your creativity, because Wands does also talk about creativity as well. But it's basically the spark that, you know, it's the idea for an invention. It's basically that feeling. So I feel like around you, you could be inspiring others. You could be inspiring young people. You could be inspiring, you know, and teaching students. We do have a master teacher here as well, master and student. So that could be in the immediate future that you are inspired to teach, and that could be bringing you a lot of financial stability in the near future, possibly. Or this could be a new gig, a new job as well. You could also be wanting to, you know, be a student yourself, and this could be the inspiration that you need in order to learn how to, you know, be better at your finances and your management, or even your time management as well, possibly. What I see here with your inner emotions are showing up as the Six of Swords. So your inner emotions right now, I feel like you're feeling a little bit conflicted. Your secret desires, your emotions, your fears as well, talk about you feeling like you need to move forwards or wanting to move forwards, but feeling kind of like reluctant to do that. You know that there's going to be calmer waters in the future as you keep moving forward. But I feel like it's a bit of a struggle emotionally to even have to think about relocating or changing jobs or even starting something new. The inspiration is there, the pure potentiality is there within you right now, at this given moment right now. But whether you act on that or not is up to you. But I feel like you're going to be in a little bit of conflict with your emotions here, especially here with the waters and the swords here. You know, conflict with your emotions and also your desires. It's kind of the creeping energy of doubts coming in. But I feel like you're going to go ahead with it anyway, because I feel like there could be someone in your final result, a partnership, that I just saw 2222 on the timer here, 2222 by the way. So this is the energy of divine love as well, especially with the numbers. But I see that here there could be a partnership in work. So maybe you're, even though you're fearful about moving forwards or fearful about needing to relocate or needing to move forwards and maybe start again or start something new, because you know it can be scary when you're starting a new project or a new idea. Is it going to flop? Is it going to be good? Are people going to accept it? Are people going to like it? Are people going to enjoy it? Are people going to be inspired by it? Those kind of questions. You just have to basically let go of the ego on that one and just keep moving forwards anyway. I feel like you are anyway, and I feel like then a partnership comes in where you could be attracting someone who may want to and wish to work with you. The Two of Cups does also talk about love as well. I do think that there is a choice as well. I have this feeling of a choice coming through for a lot of you. But I feel like the final result is very positive. So what's culminating is balance and partnership, where you understand each other, how to work with each other, how to collaborate with each other. There's less of this energy of, I'm on single town here. There's less of the energy I've enjoyed working on my own for all this time. But there's less of, okay, what if everything fails and it's all on me, and it's, you know, it's just, it can be very overwhelming for a lot of you who are self-employed. I feel you. I'm on the journey too with you. Even though I'm gallery represented, it's the same for me too, where you feel like, you know, you're wanting to have, you know, more reciprocity, but also more of a teamwork attitude or energy as well. So you don't feel like you're just working all on your own here. I hope that makes sense. But anyway, in the near future, I do see that there is someone who wants to come through to help you out, basically. Not just help you out, but also work with you. And I do feel like it's going to be very positive. They understand you, they understand your vision, they understand your desires and your... I feel like they really want to help you out. I just feel like the energy of there's help coming through. It's kind of like, you know, you have an idea, an invention for something, for example, and you meet the right brand that wants to promote it. You know, so for example, you have an idea and then Coca-Cola, however, whatever you think about them, corrupt or otherwise, they come in and they are the perfect partnership for co-branding with your inspired idea, for example. Yeah. Say, for example, you are an artist. Yeah, you've been working on your own for all this time, and in your future, you will be attracting someone who is an agent or a gallery that represents you, and who help you out, you know, with getting your message across as a light worker to the rest of the world, for example. Okay. For some of you, this could also involve teaching as well. All right, let's get some more in terms of finances. Okay, so let's get one more shuffle. Okay, so we have, wow, would you look at that? We've got the 10 of Pentacles. This is amazing. So I was just looking at this card. The 9 of Pentacles will turn into the 10 of Pentacles, I promise you. This is something that is going to happen as you continue to work on yourself. You will get financial success and stability as well. You know, even though for some of you it's been hard working on your own, I understand. That 9 will end up turning into a 10, I promise you. It's just a question of a little bit more patience as well. Let's have a look at the blockage. So this does talk about wealth as well, a lot of wealth and richness. 10 of Pentacles. You could also be learning how to make jewellery as well for some of you, just a side message. I just feel like there's a need to just, maybe in the next year, this present energy this year of working on your own, within the year or next year, there is massive wealth for you, a lot of financial abundance for you. The Lady of Wands, so this is the Queen of Wands. So excuse me. So I actually feel like you're going to get inspiration from a guide, a messenger. And I feel like this, you're going to feel, again, this is like a blessing in disguise energy. And this energy, this Lady of Wands, this Queen of Wands, is actually the messenger for you that's going to help you be more attractive, to help you be seen as well in your line of work. That's what I feel. I feel like there's kind of the energy of Aphrodite with love. You know, she helps you become more attractive and pretty and beautiful and desirable. She's the deity of beauty as well, of love, of course. But I feel like this deity, this Queen of Wands, is one of your guides that helps you become more lucrative and financially sort of like attractive as well, where people want to invest in you. And I feel like people will start to actually, you may see yourselves as financially independent right now, but people are actually, once you tap into your spirituality, your meditation, your spiritual practice, whatever it may be, I feel like you're going to get this guide I feel like it's a she, and she's going to help you become more lucrative and attractive. And I feel like people are actually going to see you as someone who's very wealthy and want to work with you because you know, wealth attracts wealth. That's just the nature of it, you know. Just like poverty attracts poverty. There's also this message of being around people who are about the same, are about the same ethos, who represent the same ideas and ideals as you do, and to socialise with people who, just aren't down and out. So if you're wanting to be a wealthy person and influential, you've got to be around people who are wealthy, influential, inspired, educational, educated as well. That's just the nature of it. And there's a really beautiful book by Carnegie, I think Carnegie Hall, I can't remember his name, Carnegie something. It's how to win people and influence people. It's a very important book, and I would highly encourage you to read it. It changed my life a few years ago. Okay, so let's have a look at this Justice card. So the Justice card, we have the Ace of Wands here. So this person's laughing here. It's like, oh my gosh. This Ace of Wands. So we have the Justice card, which is, you're going to be laughing at the face of this payout, because I feel like you know that you deserve much more, and I feel like you're just going to start laughing out loud, because you know that you don't want just equal pay, you want more than that. You want the 98% or the 90%, So this could also be, for some of you, a commission. Maybe some of you are working with people or other organisations or companies, and it's a 50-50 pay, but you actually want more, and I feel like you deserve more, and I feel like you should ask for that and actually have inspired action to speak about it. Maybe it's even a question of laughing in the face of that person as well, and just going, are you actually joking? I'm not going to be getting paid for this. I'm going to be getting paid for more, and that's what I deserve. I deserve more. And I feel like being in this attitude is actually going to get you that justice that you deserve. So I feel like people will not only, even though people have been playing playing by the rules and have been paying what you deserve, what they think you deserve, I feel like people are going to kind of be shocked a little bit, because I feel like you're laughing in their face and saying, this is ridiculous, I'm not going to get 50% of what I've been working towards, and give you that 50% commission, for example. You stating that is also asserting your boundaries, and also allowing people to have respect for you, and that's a lesson for them. So that's what you're teaching people too. So in your far distance past, we had the Six of Pentacles. I do feel like maybe you had asked for a payback, maybe you had asked for more, and maybe you weren't getting equally paid for some of you. I feel like the Nine of Pentacles, I feel like I just get this feeling we have the Nine of Pentacles, and we have Nine of Pentacles here. I get the feeling that a lot of you, you've been tricked a little bit, because I feel like people in your far distant past, I just feel like you're working for the status quo, you're working for the system, you're working within the matrix, okay? And you were getting paid what you were getting paid for the hours that you were working. And I feel like in your far distance past, you said, you know what, I'm just going to go it alone, because I don't want to have to be dealing with this BS. So I'm going to go it alone. I don't want to be part of the matrix. I'm going to go on my own, and I'm going to work for myself. And I feel like that's something that's a confirmation for a lot of you in your far, far distant past that this is what was happening. So you went at it alone. In your recent past, you may have already done this, where you laughed in the face of someone who could even have been a lawyer and said, this is ridiculous, I deserve much more. I'm not just going to get that 50-50, I'm going to get that 100%, or at least 98 or 90%. So the majority of that payout. Okay. In your future, let's have a look. In your future, which is number 6 in the card, in the little booklet here. Your future influence, we had the Three of Cups, didn't we? I've got 2. So in your future influence, socialising, hanging out with friends, meeting people, networking. You never know who you can meet when you're going out, even for a few drinks. You just never know. So basically, in your future, I would say, don't say no to invitations. Go for them. In the future, we have the Seven of Swords. And in the future, we have the Four of Pentacles. Okay. So with the Seven of Swords, we do have the energy of deceit, possibly betrayal, but I actually feel like it's the energy of being surreptitious. If you use this energy, the Seven of Swords, wisely, okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We have an 8 here, which ends up turning into possibly regrets. So there could have been someone in your there could be someone in your future, in your social circuit, or people that you're meeting out and about, who you're meeting, networking, socialising with, who may be having future regrets about maybe not holding on to you better, holding on to you, looking after you better financially, because this is the Four of Pentacles, which does talk about holding on, I would say. And also, for me, talks about commitment as well. I also think that with the wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, yeah. I would also say just pay attention in your future, because there could be someone, maybe even a female, who may not have good intentions, basically. But I do feel like there is someone in this group of people who you could be meeting in the near future who does want to work with you, I would say, does want to hold on to you, doesn't want to let you go out of their sight as well, because I feel like they see you as someone who they could really benefit from themselves. Remember, business is business, it's not personal. And I feel like this is someone who may want to work with you as part of their establishment, their project, their enterprise, or something like that. Because number 4, particularly in the Pentacles energy, for me, talks about establishments, offices as well. Okay, so that could be in the near future. You could be getting an invitation to meet someone at work, or meet people at work, or just meet people to socialise, you know. And one of them may not necessarily have your best interests in heart, in mind, but another person does, and they want to invite you into their enterprise. It may not necessarily turn into anything just yet, but it's the energy of you never know what can happen if you just if you say yes to invitations. You just never know. It's never a bad thing. With the Knight of Pentacles, I want to say that the goal or destiny, as I said before, was slow, steady income. Yeah, and we have the 9 of Wands. So I feel like your goal is to have slow, steady income. But I would say here with the 9 of Wands, I feel like it's like your trait is to work so hard to the point of almost exhaustion. Okay, so we have essentially a gladiator here with the Etruscans. We have the Romans here. So the Romans then took over the Etruscan civilization. So the Etruscans didn't have a record of their civilization other than through their artistry. They were highly skilled craftsmen, by the way, the Etruscans, the Etrusci, and the Romans, you know, came in and destroyed that civilization. Because I feel like the Romans sort of, well, the Etruscans were more connected with spirit. They were highly spiritual. They did rituals with the moon. And again, they were highly skilled makers, craftsmen. And I feel like the Romans just sort of knew that they weren't a civilization that, you know, that they weren't so connected with the physical world. So they knew that they could just become obsolete. And so I think they took advantage of that. And so I would say here with the two, you know, energies of war here with the Knight, because the Knight goes to war, this is kind of almost like an impending doom situation where there is something slowly coming in to try and take over. And I did use the word obsolete. So make sure that you're not obsoleting yourself, that you're also innovating. And here, especially here with the Ace of Wands, that you are continuing to make better, you know, just make better products, not become obsolete. For a lot of us in the art world, the whole NFT game, non-fungible token situation, has been a bit of a a bit of an annoyance, I think, because not all of us want to be involved in it, not all of us want to or believe in it or understand it or are involved in it. But it's also a question of survival of the fittest at this point. There's a lot of artists at the moment that are making serious buck being involved in it. And so is your craft, is your skill going to be obsolete if you don't, if you don't take advantage of this fashion? Could be just a fashion, could be just a phase, or it could actually be something for the future, like the Roman Empire ended up slowly but surely advancing and then ended up taking up the whole world, or taking over the whole world. So I don't know, I just get this feeling that that's something to pay attention to, and I feel like it's a warning for some of you. For others of you, it's a question of needing to assert your boundaries and protecting yourself from people who want to take advantage of your ideas as well. And also making sure that you state your cause and state your boundaries and state how much you do want to get paid as well, because you're someone who likes to plan for the future. But with the energy of the Romans and the Knight of Pentacles, I get this feeling that there is slow impending advancement, where someone could either copy you or take over. So, are you using all the right tools? Are you using social media? Are you, socializing? The old-fashioned social media, which is socializing. Are you your own business card? Are you on top of the game? All of these things. Let's just get one more card on that, because I don't want to leave you with that energy. And look, that's clarification as the Knight of Pentacles again. So again, it's the energy of slow progress. Your goal is slow progress, but I would say just be careful that you're not going to become obsolete, and that there is going to be a metaphorical Roman Empire that's going to then slowly take over your business. Just always be on top of your game, always, 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 always. And don't be afraid to fight. Don't be afraid to fight for what it is that you want as well. Don't be afraid to fight and say and speak about what you deserve, what you want, and who you are. It's very important, because there's only one of you. I feel like a lot of you have very good ideas, but I don't feel a lot of you have business savvy. So that's something to learn. I also do think that there is going to be financial success for you as you continue to plan and get organised and get ready. I also do feel like there's another energy that I'm picking up on. There could be something else coming through, I feel like universally speaking. I'll just leave a note there, but I feel like there could be something else happening in terms of the world economy here. So let's have a look at as yourself here, the Ace of Wands, clarifying that we have inspiration, pure potentiality, something exciting. The Strength card. So we have be strong and fight for what you deserve. Be strong and fight for your ideas. We have a wand here and we have a bastone here. We have a wand here. Okay, so it's a question of needing to fight. Okay, needing to fight to survive. Okay. La Forza is very strong. Leo can also talk about exercise. Some of you are maybe wanting to get into the health and wellness sector as well. This is a very good idea. This is inspired action from spirit. A lot of you, again, very strong Leo energy, which I was picking up here, is to be in the limelight, to be forward facing in terms of your business, which is a good idea. We also had the Hermit for the Ace of Wands too. So again, planning for that inspired action. Very strong Leo. There could also be a musician here, maybe learning a new instrument, because this talks about new energy, also in relation to creativity. And we also had the Lady of Chalices. So, putting love into it, putting compassion into it, and appreciation, deep love into your craft, but also to be strong enough and strong-willed to bite your tongue, to not get angry as well, to be compassionate and empathetic for others, but also to just focus on your goal here, which is your inspiration. Let's have a look at what's around you, your influence around you. I believe that's the influence, is it? The Page of Wands, which is number 8 here. Yeah, environmental factors, so what's around you in your environment. We did talk about maybe becoming a student, again, in order to advance your career. Maybe this is about you wanting to learn to be a teacher. And we have 3 of Swords. Ooh, yeah. So, yeah, this is quite a hard card, actually, hard message visually. So I spoke about the Etruscans and the Romans. The Romans did take over, and of course we have heartbreak and betrayal. Okay, so what is around you is there could be this person who you might be meeting in your social circuits, or in your social network, or even online, who may have they may not have good intentions for you. Okay, and this is the energy of betrayal. So I did say to be careful to protect yourself through copyright, legally. You know, go to the right agencies, get the advice that you need, ask through prayer, how can I be on the right path? How can I continue to be on the right path? How can I better my financial situation? How can I be of service? All of these things. How can I protect myself from people who betray my trust? And there could be someone who's younger than you that may do this as well. Or this could be now currently happening for you. We do have the Knight of Swords too. This could be someone who is, again, young, someone who says something just without thinking. I'm picking up on Gemini, Aquarius, Libra, so someone who could be quite spiteful with their words as well. In your immediate action, this is also, I can see the High Priest here, so we have the Pope. So I feel like there is a need to, again, get guidance, maybe go to a counsellor or a teacher or someone who can coach you into maybe even a life coach that you might be inspired to do. And to go ahead towards, in order to give you support in your commitments, in your financial commitments, your career commitment. Some of you are also being inspired to be a coach, a life coach, learning how to coach people, learning how to teach people, as I said before, particularly students. Maybe this is a question of helping you to deliver your lines better. Some of you may have a blockage in your throat, and so this is there's been inspiration to get that cleared by a vocal coach. That's what I am picking up on. This person could be younger than you as well, possibly, or this is something that you're learning how to be a vocal coach, possibly. Let's now move on to your inner emotions. So I feel like there's conflict, there's fears in your inner emotions where you're wanting to move forward, but you don't know how to, emotionally speaking. I feel like there could be a blockage in your heart here, especially with the 3 of Swords, the heart space. Heart chakra could be blocked here. So, you know, it's not just work, remember. You know, in order to create financial success and abundance and a successful career, you have to really love it, and you have to be around people that also feel the same, want the same sort of goals as you as well. You know, how to attract influential people is to be around those people. In order to be someone who's successful, you gotta be around those people, you know, because rubbing shoulders with people who are desperate, you know, who have desperate energy, rubbing shoulders with people who have a lack mentality is not going to be your vibrational match with wealth, if that's what you're wanting, or becoming a really successful leader or something like that. So remember, the people that you surround yourself with are also part of your career path, your life path, your energetic health as well, your financial health too. So we have your inner emotions as the Knight of Chalices. So again, we're needing to move forward. Again, this energy of moving forwards and moving away, but moving forwards and moving away from people who, you know, stab you in the heart. Okay, moving away and moving forwards moving away from people who just have their own interests in mind and in heart. And there's also a need to heal your heart here, I would say. There's a very strong message to fall in love with yourself, fall in love with your business, fall in love with what you do. Okay, and have some romance towards it, with it, in it. Also, there's a very strong message to use your imagination more as well, with the Knight of Cups. And then the final card is we have the Devil here, yeah. I'm not surprised. So with the Two of Cups, there could be, again, there's a choice. So there could be one person who you're socialising with who has your best interests at heart, and another one who doesn't. This could also already be in your friend circuit. Remember, just think outside of the box. Who are you surrounding yourself with? How are they being positively influential towards your goals, your desires, Are they giving you the right advice, or are they being spiteful with their words? Are they being positive mentors and teachers? Remember, we learn from the people that are around us too. Or are they putting you in a place of entrapment? Are they using even, negative spell magic too? So I feel like you have a choice. Again, we've got Two of Pentacles. You have a choice, and you will be getting a choice in the near future between two situations, two people. Also learning how to balance your finances too. You're going to be tempted to spend on things that you don't want to spend money on. There's a need to balance, to look after your finances here, but I also feel, again, there's a choice between two career paths as well. And this Two of Cups is telling me that there is going to be a presentation, someone who you're going to meet, who could be a great partnership for you. And we have the Nine of Swords. Wow. So basically this bull is being eaten alive, swords stabbed in the back. There's a lot of tragedy here. So we want to get away from that, don't we? We want to get away from that and those people, we do. Let's have a look. Let's get one more for you, the immediate future. Nine of Swords is worry, upset, being overwhelmed, suffering irrationally as well, irrationality, being irrational. And then we have the Emperor. So this is very positive. So in your future, we have the Eight of Cups, which is giving me the message of leaving a situation that did not make you feel happy and travelling away from it here. Okay, so that's what's going to be happening in your future. We also have the Eight of Pentacles. Remember, 8 and 8 does talk about finances. Remember, I did speak about karma. What it is that you put into something, you get back. So if someone has been mistreating you and you're not getting back what you believe you deserve energetically, remember I spoke about this with friendships too, or people, they will get their karma for it. Okay, so you're moving away from this energy, or you will be moving away from situations that did not make you feel happy. I feel with the Eight of Pentacles, I feel like you're going to be continuing to perfect your skill sets, your crafts. You're going to be learning how to fail better as well. And I feel like the 8 will then turn into the 10. So you just have to just keep working. You will keep working, and then you will end up being the boss of your business. So if you are already starting to work on your own, you could be getting someone who you might be meeting, who may want to work with you, who is already in charge of their business here, who would like to build with you on your career, with your career. This could also be a very strong masculine energy, very strong Aries too. I also am picking up on Capricorn energy, so there could be temptation to blur the lines between work and romance, so pay attention to that. because I do see here with the Two of Cups, there could be maybe a little bit of a flirtation thing. I don't feel like it's too bad. I just feel like in this situation, you have to be careful of the people that you're surrounding yourselves with, because these people can sabotage your destiny as well. Remember, this is in the destiny position, so be careful of that. That they don't just go and take over everything that you've worked so hard for, all on your own, and with your own contacts as well. It's very important. But here with the Emperor, I feel that, this is someone who's also learned how to master every single knight in each suit as well. So the Knight of Cups, the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Wands, the Knight of Swords. This person has learned how to become really wise and mature, and they've done everything that they've had to do, that they've had to traverse really high mountains and hardship as well. And this person has really built themselves into a very high position that they can then be in a position to lead and seen as someone who is very highly respected. They also have lovely things. This person is very proud of themselves. They can be a little bit of a control freak, I will say. But this is someone who has planned for the future, and this is what your future entails too, is that you're looking towards your destiny where you can literally be the king of your castle. Someone who is financially wealthy, financially successful, but also someone who is boss, no one tells them what to do. Also someone who is very highly esteemed. Basically, this is giving me the energy of millionaire, billionaires club. That's what I'm seeing here. And this person has also a very strong fortress around them with security. And security guards is what I'm saying. So, I do feel like some of you, this could involve a partnership, romantically speaking, where this person you may already be meeting or may have met through a social circuit, social situation, and you end up actually partnering, working, and actually also falling in love with them too. But remember, this person does not show their emotions. The Emperor does not show their hand. And then underneath the deck, we have the Empress. So not surprised here. I will just put that there as well. So your future is looking very bright. I feel like there's going to be a little bit of running the gauntlet here, where there's going to be snakes, alligators, and all that jazz. Underneath that, we have the Temperance. So right now, you're just having to reflect, be patient, be balanced as well. Learn to just not, flip your lid. Let's just get one more card from the Nathan Never deck. I really love this deck. I just love it. I'm just bummed that it's only the Major Arcana. I just wish there were more cards, but there aren't any. So I'm going to Google it and see. Okay, so especially, of course, I've also invested back into the channel, and these cards are collector's items. If you would like to donate to the channel, I would really appreciate it. It does mean a lot to me, but you're obviously not compelled to. Let's just get one card for the general. Okay, let's get 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. Let's see how many cards we can get before we close out the reading. For Abstract Medicine Collectives in terms of finances and career, please. Thank you. Okay. So yeah, we have the Emperor. Look at that. So again, the Emperor is coming out strong here in this deck. Again, this is someone who is, let's see if you can see there. Someone who's very poker face, shall I say, in the most diplomatic way. They're someone who is in charge. They are the boss, the chief. They're the king of the castle. They're on top, but they've had a lot of sleepless nights. They're tired, they're exhausted, and they are not prone to showing their so-called weakness by crying. Maybe that's why they need someone on their side here, an Empress. Okay, let's get one more. And then we have La Papessa. So we have the High Priestess here, and this has come out in the romance collective messages as well. So we have the High Priestess. So follow your intuition, you know. Maybe this is a question of getting your energy cleared as well by a shaman like myself, or a tarot reader, getting some messages through tarot, or a mystic, an energy worker as well. Maybe there is a need to clear out some energy from the past as you're moving forward towards your destiny. You know, this is also the energy of intimidation as well. So you just keep going forward and move away from people who feel intimidated. We have Il Mago. So you have all the skills that you need in order to create your amazing discovery that this inspired action that you have, this inspired pure potential action that you could be acting. I feel like you are going to. You have everything that you need in order to create the legacy, the lifestyle that you want. It's just a question of doing it, okay? Very strong, Aries energy here. So again, Aries season, this is happening for you right now. We are reading in April the 20th. We have Pisces energy here. So some of you could have very strong, prominent Pisces in your chart. And then, of course, we have Il Mago, which is the magician, which is the Gemini energy. We have L'Angelo. Okay, so L'Angelo is the judgment. So, you know, you're going to be getting a wake-up call. A lot of you feel like you're shedding a path, shedding a lifestyle right now. Some of you feel like you're dying as well, and it can be very hard. Some of you are going through some shadow work as well. I feel like you're going to get a resuscitation, a massive boost in your career and also your finances as well. I do feel like you're waking up to a situation in your job and your career that's just no longer working, and you're wanting things to change quite drastically. So there are big cards here, and I feel like we have an angel here that's going to be helping you out with L'Angelo, you know. Beautiful. Let's just have a look at the things that are in here, the images. So we have a telephone here, we have a foot, an arm, statue. This is kind of like destroying the old to make way for the new. And it's this energy of really just, you know, if you look at the cards here, of really just like expanding from the inside out, you know. And I feel like that's necessary, just really letting yourself shine and not really having a care of what other people think, and getting away from naysayers, because you deserve the world here with Il Mondo, with the world card. Isn't this such a beautiful card? Hopefully you can see that. So again, we have, you know, a massive new chapter happening for you. A whole new world is opening up for you as you let go of people, places, situations that no longer serve you, in order to create the amazing legacy that you are going to be creating and that's in your near future. I mean, we have the Two of Cups, the Empress and the Emperor, who are divine consorts and divine counterparts. So you will have your yin to your yang. There is going to be more balance. You're going to be getting help and support. For those of you who are too proud to ask for it and say it, you will be having that in a partnership that I feel is going to be the right match in terms of your career. But I also feel like this does involve romance too. Hint, hint. But yes, you could be traveling more. You could be meeting someone from abroad. You could be speaking new languages. You could be learning on your path to this amazing wealth, learning a new language or learning to perfect a language as well, because we did have inspiration and the Page of Wands, which for me talks about a teacher. And then look, bottom of the deck we have l'Imperatrice. So this is the Empress. Yeah. So the Empress is again the counterpart to the Emperor, and she's not going to take any BS. You know, this is someone who's got their Kalashnikov sorted. They can defend themselves, they can fight, you know, they can support themselves as well. They don't need to have anyone around them. And should there be a situation that, you know, is a threat to themselves, their career, their children even, their little babies, which can be their children, you know, or their babies that can be their projects. The Empress is that, you know, she's a creative. She's a creatrix. She can create whatever she wants. If there's a threat on that, she will do whatever it takes to protect it. So there is a very strong need to take heed from these messages today. Let's just get one more card from the angels. Let's just see. Beautiful reading. All right, let's just get one card from the angels, please. Thank you. In terms of money, career, finances. Okay, we've got quite a few, so please bear with me. Again, we have abundance. Okay, so it is time. This came out in the romance reading. So remember those two this video and the last video that I posted about romance. These messages are tied. I feel like I should call it part 1 and this is part 2. Anyway, abundance. It is time for your life to flow with prosperity, love and success. You draw from the limitless universal pool according to your belief in how much you deserve. That's exactly what I said. So you draw from the limitless universal pool according to your belief in how much you deserve. That's the Six of Pentacles and the Justice card. Okay. Angel wisdom is reminding you now to believe in yourself and trust that you deserve more. This is exactly what I've been saying. Then you will attract abundance and the true riches of life. To feel surrounded by love, open your heart to others. Okay. Choose to do what fulfills you most and the angels will bring you joy, satisfaction and success. Enhance your prosperity by receiving graciously, giving out willingly and saying thank you for everything. Enjoy all you have and more will come to you. And your affirmation is, I deserve love, prosperity and success. Amen, amen, amen. Of course you do. Curiosity. See life through the curious eyes of a child and you will discover a never-ending. This deck is called Nathan Never, by the way. A never-ending source of happiness and excitement. Curiosity keeps you alive, interested and interesting. The angels are inviting you to be curious about yourself. Start exploring who you are and you will grow personally and spiritually. Be interested in people and you will discover an eternal source of fascination. Be curious about the wonderful universe in which you live, about the angels themselves and their role in the divine plan. That's the Hermit card. The radiance of your delight in life will illuminate you. That's the Hermit card again. It talks about illumination. I explore the wonder of life. That's your affirmation. Celebration. That's the Three of Cups. Celebration as well. Meeting new people, socializing, having fun. So celebration. It is time for you to look for the joy, the light and the wonder of every day and rejoice in it. When we celebrate the passing events and transitions of life, it is our way of giving thanks and the angels delight with us. Whenever possible, celebrate with others, for then great energy is raised with it, which attracts many angels drawn by the laughter and lightness to add their blessings. It will bond you happily with others. Angel wisdom reminds you to celebrate and honour all things, large or small, in your life. Find something to celebrate now. This is exactly what I said. In your near future, you will be socialising, you'll be meeting new people, and this is the energy that you need in order to lift your spirits and uplift you from drudgery as well. And this is the right energy to attract great wealth too. So your affirmation is, my life is a celebration. Okay? My life is a celebration. Adventure. That's the energy of the World card here. And the Ace of Wands. Life is an adventure. Okay. Be ready for the unexpected and make the most of all opportunities. The angel wisdom suggests to get out of any habits or ruts in which you are stuck. Do things that are different and face life with a sense of wonder. If the path ahead seems dark, do as you would if you were exploring a dark place. Ask your angels to light up the way, then watch for the signs and signals that tell you where and how to go. Explore the new with excitement and courage. These magnetic qualities attract money and career openings and add zest to relationships. The angels are inspiring you to move forward with anticipation, expectation and hope. I face the adventure of life eagerly. Okay, so that's your affirmation. So, dear ones, I do hope this message has been loud and clear. I'm going to help you by showing the Ganesha card, and if you would like to take a screenshot of that, you're more than welcome to do that. Ask Lord Ganesha for help for financial success as well and abundance. And to have big ears to hear as well for any great opportunities that are coming your way, which they surely will. Thank you so much dear ones, and I hope this message has found you well. If you would like to donate to the channel, please do so. The information is in the description box. Please do press like and subscribe. Thank you so much, and I'll catch you on the next one. Ciao for now.